back to this video, and today we are reviewing CNC's CW2 wireless pen style tattoo machine. Now before we get into this video, I want to say a massive thank you to CNC for providing me with this product for review today. So coming up in this video guys, first of all we're going to be looking at the specifications of this machine, then I'm going to be looking at the user manual straight out of the box, how to set it up. I'm going to be delving into a tattoo I did with this machine, just showing you a quick demonstration of how it performs. I'm going to provide you with links where you can get these from and the prices, and then finally I'm going to be giving you my personal thoughts and conclusion on this machine. So with all that said guys, let's not waste any more time and get straight into it. The CNC CW2 comes with a German imported cordless stable drive motor. It comes with a standard 3.5mm stroke, but extra interchangeable stroke cams can be purchased from CNC to change the stroke of the machine to 3mm and also 4mm. It has 9 voltage levels of output. The optimal operating voltage range, what CNC recommends, is between 8 and 12 volts. Fast charging the batteries takes 1.5 hours to fully charge. The batteries will last, depending on working time, between 3 hours and 9 hours. This machine is compatible with most cartridge needles. Needle protrusion ranges from 0mm to 4.5mm. It's made of aircraft aluminium. The grip diameter is 32mm. The length of the machine is 145mm, that's with the power pack attached to it. The weight of the machine with the battery added is 210 grams, and without the battery added it's just 40 grams. The batteries are charged with a USB-C charging cable, which is also provided in the package, and the package also comes with 1 extra power bolt battery. Okay guys, so straight out of the box we have CNC CW2 machine. Really simple display. We've got 3 buttons on the panel there. The middle one is the power button. If we hold that for 2 seconds, that will turn the machine on. Then on the display there, I'll just bring that closer so you can see it. The number there flashing is what the power is currently set to, and underneath is the remaining battery life. To turn the machine on, we simply hit the middle button just once. That turns the machine on, and you notice the number stops flashing, which also indicates our machine's running. And then to turn it off, we simply hit the button again. To make the machine run faster or slower, we use the buttons either side of the power button. So obviously the top button makes the machine run faster, and the bottom one makes the machine run slower. If you hold your finger on these buttons, it runs through the power a lot quicker, and it goes right from 1 up to number 9. Now what's different with this machine is that the fact that the number on the display isn't the voltage that the machine is running at. So on most pen style rotary machines, if you see a number 9 there, the machine is usually running at 9 volts. With this machine, the user manual comes with a chart telling you what the corresponding voltage is to the corresponding number on the display. So I'll quickly run through the corresponding chart with you. If the machine is set to 1, it's running at 5 volts. 2 is 5.8 volts, 3 is 6.6 volts, 4 is 7.4 volts, 5 is 8.2 volts, 6 is 8.9 volts, 7 is 9.6 volts, 8 is 10.3 volts, and 9 is 11 volts. So basically, this machine runs between 5 volts and 11 volts, depending on which number that the machine is set to. So now I'm going to rig up a needle cartridge to show you it running in the machine. This is one of CNC's cartridges which they sent with the machine, so I might as well use one of these. They do have a wide selection of cartridges on the website if you want to check them out. And to put it in, it's just like any normal pen style machine. Just slot it in, twist it to lock it into place, and it's ready to go. 1 tap of the button and the machine's running. Hit the power button again and the needle stops. A nice feature with this machine is that it does come with an automatic needle retract function, which basically means every time you turn the machine off, the needle retracts back into the cartridge. I'll just show you that a few times. That's running on. So that's a nice safety feature built into this machine, and I do mention this safety feature a lot in my review videos, and I personally feel that every modern tattoo machine should come with this auto retract function as standard. So well done to CNC for incorporating that into this machine. So now I'm going to show you how to set the needle depth with this machine, and the needle depth can run from 0mm to 4.5mm, and you do it just by turning the grip. So I'll do it while the machine's running so you can actually see the needle coming out of the cartridge and also retracting. You also get a nice little definite click when you're setting the needle depth. I'll do it while the machine's not running so you can actually hear it. It just gives that bit more precision. You can hear that definite click. Some machines, when you set the needle depth, it's quite loose. So I do like the fact that it does this. It just, like I say, it gives you that definite click. You know that you've set the needle depth to what you want it at. What also that I did notice on this machine is that usually on pen style machines, when you turn the grip anti-clockwise, the needle retracts, and when you turn it clockwise, you get more needle protrusion. On this, it's the opposite way around. So when you turn this anti-clockwise, you actually get more needle hanging out the tube, and then when you turn it clockwise, you get less needle coming out the tube. Doesn't make any difference to the working of the machine, it's just something that I noticed. So when you buy this machine from CNC, it comes with a standard 3.5mm stroke, which is the same as a Cheyenne Hawk pen. But if you want to convert the stroke, you can buy additional accessories from CNC, and you can convert this to a 3mm stroke or a 4mm stroke, depending on your tattoo style and depending on what you want to use this machine for. But the 3.5mm stroke is a nice all-rounder, which you can line and shade with. So finally, I'm going to show you the additional battery and how to switch them out. So this machine does come with an additional battery in the package, and the method of switching the batteries over, personally I think, is the coolest feature of this machine, because you don't have to twist it like you do with a lot of machines, because if you do twist it, you're just going to do this, and you're going to do it for a long time, because that's not going to come off, because it's not a threaded joint. So to change the batteries on these, you literally just pull, and that's it, because these batteries actually are magnetic. So I'm just going to set this one to the side, get the new one, and straight there, it's connected and you're good to go again. So I really like this feature with the battery. I've not seen it before on any other machine, and it's just a really cool feature. Again, I'm just going to show you that one more time. Just pull it, and you're good to go again. So to charge the batteries, there's the charging connector at the top there, and a USB cable is supplied with the package. So to charge it, simply plug this in with a USB and the other end into a power outlet. Okay guys, so let's get into this. I'm just doing today a really simple Slipknot logo design. Got the machine wrapped up there. I'm using CNC's cartridges for this tattoo. This particular one is a standard gauge 7-round liner. So my first impression of the machine as I'm pulling this line down here is just how well balanced it is. Some pen style machines seem to be a little bit top heavy. I don't know if that's to do with the battery, but the weight displacement on this is very good. It's very comfortable to use. I don't think I'd have any problems at all doing a day session or a long session with this machine. One thing I noted about the needles, the ink tends to flow a little bit faster from them, what I'm used to. As soon as I dipped into that ink cup, it really drew up that ink, and it resulted in quite a little bit of splatter. Towards the end of the tattoo, I started getting used to the needles, but it was something that I did note. They do tend to let that ink flow pretty fast, more like a power liner than a standard liner. But that said, it did put the lines in well. I got nice saturation on the skin. For my particular hand speed, I found the machine set to 7 was ideal for my personal hand speed. So now I've switched over to a bit of colour, still using the 7-round liner, and I'm just doing a little bit of kind of like dot work to get the glitter effect. I'm speeding the video up now because this is not a time lapse as such, it's just delving into a tattoo just to give you a little demonstration of the machine working. Finally, I'm on a bit of white. You can see there I've flooded the surface of the skin with that white again, just trying to get used to the ink flowing from these cartridges. Like I said before, they do work well, but they do tend to also kick out a lot of ink and draw up a lot of ink. So there we go, that's the final result of the tattoo. Just a little quick tattoo to show the machine in action. All in all, a very comfortable machine, and it got the job done. You can purchase these machines direct from CNC at CNCtattoo.com. The price of these machines are $399, which if you're in the UK works out at £301.64. These machines also come with free shipping. So now it's time for my personal thoughts and conclusion on CNC's CW2 wireless tattoo machine. Well, first and foremost, guys, I think this machine was very comfortable to use. I think the weight displacement of it allowed it to line and shade with without making it uncomfortable like you get on some machines, especially pen style machines. Some of them are a little bit top heavy and it can make it quite uncomfortable to use, especially if you're doing a long session. But with this particular machine, for the weight of it, I think the balance was perfect. When I was lining with this machine, I felt like I was using a quality product. This is a machine which I could use in my studio, absolutely no problem. I could line with it, I can shade with it. I will say, if I'm being critical, it lines better than it shades. It does really pack a punch for lining. So if I was to use this as a dedicated liner or a dedicated shader, I'd definitely choose it for lining. That's not to say that it doesn't shade, it does do the job, but for lining, I think it was just slightly better. I think there's definitely been an increase in recent years of, let's say, lower branded companies compared to the big high-end companies really starting to make a breakthrough with their machines. And there is lots of companies now which are kicking out machines which are quite below par and probably not worth the money, but with this, it's definitely a great middle of the range machine. It's fantastic for if you're on a budget or you're just getting into tattooing and you want to do a professional job with a professional machine, but you're on a budget. Is it the best tattoo machine I've ever used? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've got to keep it real for the subscribers. It's not the best tattoo machine I've ever used when you compare it to the high-end brands in the tattoo industry, but if you are on a budget and you want a machine that's gonna do a professional job in a professional environment in a studio, then this machine is definitely not gonna let you down. It's gonna be worth the money. You can shade with it, you can line with it. So basically you've got a good all-round machine for that one price. If I was to recommend this machine for anyone, I'd definitely recommend it for anyone that's first getting into tattooing, that wants a good all-round machine that's gonna do a professional job. This machine is definitely gonna cover all those bases. You're definitely not gonna be disappointed if you buy one of these, especially you're just starting out your journey with tattooing and you're getting into the business, and like I said, you might be on a bit of a budget. One of the things that I really like about this machine is the fact that you can just plug it directly into a USB cable and charge the battery. That's opposed to some of the machines where you have to actually pretty much take them apart, remove the battery, put the battery in a charger, and it's just a little bit more fiddling about. And like I said, with this, it's just plug it in and it charges. And the fact that the machine comes with an additional battery as well, you're never really going to run out of charge, because whilst you're tattooing with one, the other one can be sat charging, and then just switch them over when this one runs low. So again, as for value for money, this package comes with obviously the machine and the battery, but with the additional battery as well, it definitely starts to make this package much more attractive and value for money. One thing that I did struggle with a little bit at the beginning was the display with the numbers on it, because from my experience, pretty much with all battery packs and wireless machines, when I see a number on the display, that number usually indicates what voltage it is. Whereas with this machine, it's slightly different, as he explained in the user manual, and the numbers on the display don't actually coincide with the voltage. But the package does come with a booklet, and it shows you whatever numbers on the display, shows you what the corresponding voltage is. It's only nitpicking, but it was just something that I had to get used to, because all the machines that I've used before, whatever number I see on the display is usually the voltage. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a downside to the machine, but more of something that is a bit different that I'm not used to. But with that said, once I knew what number corresponded to the voltage, and I found my lining number and I found my shading number, I could just flick between the two with no problems at all. So that's all from this video, guys, and if you did like it, it means the world to me if you take a second out right now, smash that like button, let me know that you've liked it, let me know what you think of the CNC CW2 wireless tattoo machine, let me know if you've got one of these or you're thinking about getting one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed, guys, it's really important to check that notification bell, stay up to date with all my latest uploads. With all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.